We are back on the road, and I'm happy. Been off for 5 weeks. Bring you up to speed what we're doing today. Got a call a few hours ago about this load that I'm on right now. We are headed down to Cumberland City, Tennessee. We have the gooseneck on, completely empty. Headed down to Tennessee right now to get loaded with as much construction material as I can put on the gooseneck off of the job site and bring it back up to a drop lot in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then we're going to call it a week. So, the reason being is it's Thursday. I'm deadheading down here. I'll get down here, stay the night on site, get loaded in the morning, drop off tomorrow evening, which is Friday, and come home. So that's what we're doing. Got a lot of things going on already. That's in the works. That's going to be happening here directly. It's warming up. Springtime is approaching, and I get excited about that. But anyway, in this video we're going to talk about the reason I've been off for 5 weeks. How has that hurt me financially? What did I do to plan for this to be able to be off for that long? And did that affect my business any? So let's get on the road here a little bit, and we'll pick back up on this after a little while. All right, I got loaded this morning because it was raining. Didn't take any video or anything, but just pulled over on the side of the road before I get up on the highway. Check some straps here, make sure everything's good and tight. That one's a little loose. We got one loose. These things are boogers. These are triangle pieces that they banded 2 stacks to each skid, and this is what I'm really concerned with. They don't look like they've walked out any, but they move. They do move. So I'm really hoping not to have any issues out of these at all. I'll just hit every one of them. See if I can get a pop out of each one of them here. There we go, got 2 out of that one. One of these were a little loose, I thought. That one. Yeah. And then we have some dumpsters. So I'm going to tighten this down, get in the truck, and we'll talk about a couple things. And once again, this is the load. These are dumpsters right here. We got 3 gang boxes up there, tool boxes, job boxes, whatever, ladder. So, getting ready to get up on 165 now, get it back over to 65, and head north. All right, now that she's done talking for 5 miles, we can get back to it. How did I plan for it? It was unexpected, so I didn't really plan for what was about to happen. I can't stress enough. I thought I was only going to be out for a day or 2 and come out with maybe a butterfly stitch or a stitch or 2, a Band-Aid. Unfortunately, it was a lot more than that. So it came to a big surprise to me on what they actually took out. But anyway, I was off for 5 weeks, technically 4, but 5 weeks. So as far as planning for it, I guess it started way back when I was able to, when I started making good money for the company, after probably a year or 2, me being in business, I was able to start saving money, like really start saving good money. That good money being saved helped me out in several different ways. It helped me out with maintenance, truck breakdowns, major issues, things of that nature. And I just kept adding to it, you know, every time I done a load or whatever, every time I got better money, I just kept adding to the pot. And eventually I was able to get to the point where I am now, where I'm comfortable with what I have as far as financially in the bank. There's money there for the rainy day fund and a maintenance fund. You know, I mean, that's breakdown fund. If I needed to, I could go out and buy another one of these trucks for, you know, 10 grand or whatever, and be back on the road. That's where you guys need to think about being when you're out here starting. And this goes for anything. This doesn't just go for hot shotting or trucking in general. This is for any business owner. You know, it's your baby. You are the heart of the company. Something happens to you or happens with a major artery of the company.
In 2 miles, take exit 1A for I-65 north toward Louisville.
Which in my case is equipment, truck, trailer, insurance, stuff like that. You have to make sure that you have money saved up to be able to handle certain things when all the ducks aren't in the row, I guess. And it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes a couple years. In my case, it took me, you know, I'd say 5 years to be comfortable. I've been in it for 7. Well, almost 7. It'll be 7 in June. But you know, it takes a while. It doesn't happen overnight. So you don't want to spend, you know, you don't want to spend every dollar that you have. My motto out here is live like you're poor. Don't live beyond your needs. You know, save your money and make sure, you know, you have money for what if. And for instance, what if you fall off your trailer and you break your leg and you can't drive your truck for, you know, 2 or 3 months, you know, during hype season of flatbed season. Say you break your leg at the beginning of the summer.
In half a mile, take exit 1A for I-65 north toward Louisville.
That would be a bad deal. That would actually pretty much ruin a year. You know, you would only have just select months to make any kind of money once you got back to work before flatbed season.
Take exit 1A.
Hit the slow season. I wish she'd shut up. But anyway, you know, that's something that newcomers and people
in a quarter mile, keep left at the fork to continue toward I-65 north.
People that's wanting to start a business, that's certain things that you guys have to think of and keep in the back of your head and work toward that goal to make that happen. You know, you don't have to be the guy out here flaunting your money and having a brand new nice truck or equipment and having all your money, all your profit go out into that nice truck and new equipment. It is nice to have a new truck. I've had a new truck, but I hated the fact of throwing all them miles on a brand new truck and it going out of warranty within a year.
Keep left at the fork.
So that's why I run the older stuff. Cheaper.
Continue on I-65 north for 70 miles.
And I get to keep more of my money. Because I like money. But anyway, I guess the way that I planned for it was, you know, it started way back when, you know, when I just started saving money, you know, for the business. And rainy day fund, I guess, is what we could call that. And that can go for anything. That can go for a vehicle, you know, replacement, major repair, whatever. Breaking a leg, doesn't matter. So financially, how did it hurt me financially? I can really see how this would hurt somebody within the first year or two of in business. Financially, it would definitely be a setback. But I've been in it long enough to where I have my nest egg built up, to where I'm comfortable, and it was a great feeling to be where I'm at now, going through the situation that I went through. So fast. And with that said, you know, in the perfect storm, with me having direct customers, I don't get a paycheck, or I don't get a check, or get paid, you know, 24 to 48 hours after I do a load. I have to wait 30 days. That's just the way it is with direct customers. So this load that I have on right now, it'll be 30 days after I bill the invoice, or after I send the invoice out, before I get paid for it. So for the next 30 days, I have to carry everything, personal bills, company bills, fuel costs, anything that the company costs, you know, whatever, all that, you know, breakdowns. You know, I could have a major breakdown to where I have to replace my truck. You know, God forbid that, you know, hopefully that doesn't happen, but it could, you know, that could happen. I could get in a crash, you know, and total out my equipment. Stuff like that, you can only prepare for so much. So you just, as far as right now, it hasn't financially hurt me yet. Okay, I've got more loads coming up for next week, more things to come up for next week that I'm getting into. So, you know, I mean, business as usual. How has it affected my business with my customers? Now that's a good one. And this here's where it gets tricky. So, having direct customers means that you're doing a good job for these people, and they want you to run for them. They're happy to give you a call and know that you're getting that work done no matter what. It'll be done. You'll make everything all better for them, and they don't have to worry about it. Okay? That's what it's all about on having a direct client, a direct customer. So, with that said, the whole time that we were that I was dealing with this, as far as, you know, doctor's appointments, things in that nature, you know, I kept them in the loop 100%, gave them plenty of time, gave them plenty of headway time, as far as, you know, a week or two, like, hey, you know, grab your pencil, write down on your calendar, these are the days that I'm going to be out, and this is what those days are going to be for. I'll keep you in the loop if there's more days needing to be out, depending on what this is on the side of my face. You know, found out what it was, called them up, I said, hey, I'm going to be out for a couple days. You know, these are the dates. Okay, no problem. Had the surgery, and turned out to be more extreme than what I expected, and had to call them back and say, hey guys, if you want to see some pictures, I'll send them to you, just so you understand what I'm going to be dealing with, but I'm going to be out for a couple weeks. So, and yes, they did want to, they wanted to see the pictures, so I sent them the pictures. You know, just because it's a guy thing, I guess. But anyway, they understood. As soon as they knew that I was kind of, you know, good to go back to work, gave them a call. I was like, hey guys, ready to go back to work 100%. What do you have? And unfortunately, they didn't have anything as of week number 4. So we're at the end of week number 5, and I've got my load on now, you know, my first load back. So that's how that goes. So plan for it. If you think you have enough money saved, save some more, because you never know. Save some more. It's a good ethic. Save your money, you know, get a little higher on the hog on your savings, and make it happen. On a good note, while I was out, you know, I didn't lounge around a whole lot. I mean, yeah, I did lounge around, but I've got a few things accomplished, a couple things started, revisited an old project that I started about 7 years ago and put on the back burner because I started my new business here, as in trucking. I went on vacation, went down to Florida, took my girlfriend to Florida, along with some friends, and she come back as my wife. So I'm married now. We done that in the Gulf on an island, and made it happen. And while we were there, we just had a good time for the year, for the week we were down there in Florida. So, it wasn't a total wasted trip, or a wasted time being out. I got a few things accomplished at the house. Another project that I started. We'll get into that later. Maybe the next video I'll show you guys what I was doing on my time off. So anyway, I think we're going to wrap this up because it looks like it's going to turn out to be maybe a 20-minute video. I want to thank everybody for supporting the channel. I know I haven't been on here for a couple weeks, and I'm glad for everybody just being patient with me, and we're going to start getting some videos out for you guys. So I'll leave it with that. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.